You guys are simply just gullible. Sitting there with your scopes and stuff, it's like it's not even funny. You're just sitting there. Even when you have to jump on me, dude, that scope's not doing anything for you. And the truth is, it doesn't even matter, because we'll be in a staring contest and still, you'll manage to miss because you can't shoot for Battlefield 1. The reason I haven't made a video in the past month, or 2 months, or something like that. Yes, it's been a while, and I'm sorry about that. I'm glad to be back, and no, this is not turning into a gaming channel. I would have asked for likes and subscribes by now. But since this game has been taking up a lot of my free time and I really want to make a video, why don't I just make a video about this game? And I have to say that it's a pretty good game. I've enjoyed it a lot so far. I've been a huge Battlefield fan for the past few years, and this game's great. And starting off with the story mode, it's excellent. Or at least for what it is. The bite-sized stories I actually found pretty enjoyable, really fun to play through. There are some cinematic moments in there, like the landing on Gallipoli. It's intense, it's bloody, it shows how bare bones and brutal combat in the early 20th century was, and it shows how unforgiving combat is. But what really makes the story so palpable is how human the characters are.
Come on, kid, get up. Come on. Come on.
I'm gonna die.
No, you're not. You're Australian. We're impossible to kill.
Yeah. I guess so.
Unless... Not a Kiwi, are you?
That's racist!
I do have a complaint with the single player mode, and it's just that it's too reliant on these one-man army moments when you're up against dozens, if not hundreds of enemy combatants. You take them down, no problem, you leave without a scratch, and what this does is kill the suspension of disbelief that you're fighting a world war. If there were more friendly combatants, actual characters from the story fighting alongside you in all of these stories, they wouldn't be so reliant on the cutscenes to tell their stories. And I think this weakens the campaign, obviously. It doesn't make it not worth playing, if that makes sense, but it makes it less strong than it could have been. And I really won't get into it anymore. Just play it, it's worth playing, and you'll enjoy it.
If history only remembers 1 in 1,000 of us, then that future...
Just to have a little fun here, guys, did you see the new Call of Duty? I started playing that series in 2005, and I admittedly slowed down as they got more and more ridiculous by going to the future and whatnot. And as they've gotten worse...
Have to say that this one was the worst I've seen.
Damn right, Hawk, because how do you get gravity wrong? This game deserves criticism.
Had to be done.
Now on to the multiplayer, and this is easily the frosting on this cake. Now this is definitely the frosting on this cake, and if you don't like cake, this is the meat in your burger, okay? This multiplayer has made my PS4 purchase worth it, 110%. At first it was like, not so many games. Now it's like, holy crap, this is amazing. I'm actually playing my PS4 now. The way this multiplayer game is put together is so attentive to detail. From the sound of headshots...
Da drüben, Speer!
To individual raindrops falling on your weapon, the dynamic weather conditions that only allow you to see a few meters ahead of you because of a dense sandstorm, or the intensified glow and reflective lighting from the rainfall that just fell a few minutes ago as you assault the flag. Or firing on a man-shaped silhouette that you can barely see on the mountaintop because of the dense fog, just as enemy fire crackles by your head. This is only a fraction of all the detail that Battlefield 1 has to offer, and what this does is add so much to the immersion of the game. There aren't that many games that give you that feeling of helplessness when you're ducking in a trench while enemy mortar fire kicks up dirt, blasts your friendlies into the air, and machine gun fire rips apart those who stick their heads up too high. Combat flows very naturally in the sense that every engagement is unique, and even when you find yourself in a sticky situation, if you use your head and the tools you have at your disposal, you'll be able to outclass your opponents. Pun intended.
Gotcha!
The modes I've enjoyed most are, well, let's start with War Pigeon. While to most people this game mode might be an objective-based arcade-type mode that you can play and have fun while you chase a pigeon and write a message and send the message with the pigeon, to me what it really is team deathmatch with distracted opponents. Wrong house, no flank, you're not gonna find a pigeon here. Get down, yeah, eat these. Gold Rush, Rush returns after being snubbed in Battlefield Hardline. The maps this time around work very well with the game mode, and it's just as enjoyable as it was in Bad Company and Bad Company 2. Very well executed, one of my favorite modes. Some of the best infantry combat will be had in Rush, without a doubt. And because of that, I think the game mode would flow way better if it only had light vehicles. But armor isn't the biggest flow breaker. I'll present you a scenario. You're indoors, inside a bunker, and you're having an intense firefight, taking down enemies left and right. You've taken out at least 5 guys. And then, when you realize, hey, I think we've got enough guys, let's charge in, you realize they're just hoarding the objective in a corner and spawning on each other. Conquest makes it back, except it doesn't because it is new Conquest, which actually means Domination extra large plus vehicles. It's not quite what it used to be, but it's still pretty good. It's just a bit more noob friendly. And you will not take my tag, sir. Give me yours, please. For the most part, I spend my time in the air while playing Conquest and in other vehicles. To me, this is the mode to play vehicles in, and I'm in love with the planes in this game. And by the way, if you're a pilot and you bail on me while I'm on your tail, I will bail my plane. I will chase you down. I will shoot you down, and I will teabag you, because a man that flies from his sphere may find that he has only taken a shortcut to meet it. Gandalf said that. Other people who deserve to get teabagged is pretty much anyone who uses the A10 shotgun. I promise you, I will hunt you down, I will take your tags, and I will teabag you. If you want a quick tutorial, here's what you do. Step 1, you find the asshole with said gun. You chase him down till he's vulnerable. He'll be clueless about you. That's where you
grab him by the pussy.
Operations is the highest intensity mode in Battlefield 1, and it's pretty intense. The thing with Operations, though, is that if you're attacking, it's a turkey shoot. If you're defending, well, that's nothing to worry about, though. You see, I've got my K bullets, and when they work,
killing spree, running riot,
they work. But in all seriousness, the fun of being on the attack comes with rushing an objective like rushing B, as I'm doing here, and holding off waves upon waves upon waves of enemy defenders as you try to not miss a single shot, because if you do, it will cost you your video game life. And it's just so intense and so much fun, and is by far my favorite experience playing the game. On the flip side with defense, when you're not getting shelled, you can actually pull off some pretty cool moments, like holding off an entire attack just by delivering individual rounds to individual recipients, one at a time, just halting the entire attack in general. It's a lot of fun, but then you'll get shelled and behemoths will reign. Another way to drain attackers' tickets is by flanking them, and yes, it sounds counterproductive, but if you just get behind them, strike quickly, get a few of them, and run away, get away as fast as you can actually do a lot of damage while staying alive. Vehicles are business as usual for Battlefield games. Bye, horsey.